You got up in here and start recording so quick. You hear me, Tyler?
What'd you say, sir?
I said you got in here so quick.
Yeah, because I had to help Randy out with something. He was running over, so I was like, oh.
Uh,
And then I got some students like, did you want to talk about that in prep here? Is it something wrong? You want to get a word with me? So I was like following up with you, but we ran out of time.
hey, me or Randy?
No, to you. You said you want to have a word with me. Do you want to do that over the phone, or you able to say it here, or what?
When I say that? Oh wait, I'm trying to think. Let me think. Let me think. I think I do remember saying that. But what?
You was a
Uh,
student you talked to, and
about La Kyra Carter. But yeah, I talked to you on prep. Ain't nothing
okay,
that deep. It's just we iron some things out. You know what I'm saying about the
yeah,
class. You
yeah,
know.
that's cool. Write that down so I can remind myself. 'Cause I like all data. All right, Carter K. Rush.
If you remember when the disagreement about the pocket,
Yeah.
all of that stuff. I'm just tell you our responses and stuff.
Okay. Okay. 5 more minutes for the latecomers. All right. do here. Oh, hello, Eli. All right, so let me get this started. Uh, what happened to Rush? He was just here. Oh no. And my kit assignment is the screen is off for this kit. What happened there? The kit's acting up. Supposed to get more surface area than that. All right. Anyway, let's go through the norms. Eli, does your microphone work? Uh,
Yeah.
you read all of the norms on the screen. Do you see them? For 20 points. Oh, hey, Rush, you can take over. You just got here. I was wondering what happened to you. We got Eli with us.
Eli, my boy. What up, Eli? Eli said he gonna read all of it from the beginning to the end. First slide to the last slide.
The 5 basic norms. No one has the right to hurt another person. Education in classroom are sacred. We behave in a way that would discredit ourselves, our school, and our family. And Excel Academy self-worth student always act with integrity. We take pride in Excel Academy of Southwest. The 5 academic norms. We respect the opinions of others. Respect the culture of the classroom. We are attentive and participate. We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post and secondary endeavors.
Good job, Eli. GGI Townhouse, mandatory, Monday through Friday, 11:15 a.m. A lot of beneficial information, giveaways, post-secondary endeavor plans, just a lot to talk about, a lot to take in and learn, from your peers and everything like that. Mr. Tyler gives out points for participants who participate and attend GGI Townhouse. Take advantage of the opportunities.
Well, I got a question. Was that 20 points or 25? Tyler.
There was only 20 points, sir. It's the same thing every day.
So read this, you get more points. Go ahead.
Every Wednesday and Thursday, learn to code from the convenience of your home. Find and get extra credit for some of your classes. The pandemic effect on the coding job market. Why learn to code? The surprisingly broad benefits of coding. Interested? Join by clicking the link at 4 p.m. Let's code.
Good job. Mariam, you got the next one, Mariam.
Daily tasks. Students will be able to complete the evaluation in ATSB. Hello, Osprey. STEM students, welcome to class. Inside of everything, you can access all pre-recorded videos of each class. These videos are normally ready to review by 4 p.m. daily.
Good job. Go ahead, Eli.
And
Eli,
by the way, this is 20 points, by the way.
Eli.
Welcome to Intro to Engineering with Robotics Agenda. Today's objective. Student will be able to utilize the official Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete Chapter 3 Literacy Assignment, page 36, via the Raspberry Pi 400 Kit Academy Kit. Excuse me. Classroom term of the day is Wizard. Word of the day is Dominion.
You got it. Very good. Very good. All right. So that's 20 points for Eli. He got close to 60 points. I'm going to add that somewhere. All right. Now, again, today is a double credit assignment. It has to be turned in by 8 p.m. tonight. You have to use your book. If you don't turn in by 8 p.m., automatically 20% is cut off the top. So try to be mindful of the deadlines, the time constraints. All right. If you don't, then it will affect your grade. All right. So let's jump into today's assignment. In a moment, I'm gonna log in. You should be logged into Edsby, everybody, and you're using what is it, period 4 as your baseline. You're gonna log into that class, and you'll see what we're gonna work on today. So take a moment and log into that so you can follow along with the class. All right, logging in. All right, so we're in a fourth period. Everybody should see what I'm doing. Did I mark everybody else absent? Yeah, I did. Okay. So GGI link and everything is here. I want to cover this before we forget. It's worth 15 points. Rush, you can choose who reads it, but it's going to be in the chat. I just want to cover that in case you want to participate in Let's Code today. Remember, if you participate on tonight and tomorrow, there's a quiz grade you can restore by participating in Let's Code tonight and tomorrow night. But you got to actually do some of the activities that Miss Lane has for you in order to get the credit. All right. So,
Uh,
not Eli, but Rusher, you want to read that?
Miriam.
Okay. Eli raised his hand though, but
Oh, he did. I see that from my. Okay, go ahead, Eli.
Townhouse and GI is mandatory for all students. Life skill classes. Also, there is ton of awesome opportunities that students can take advantage of. Log in today and gain some extra credit for participating. See you there. Let's code. Let's code
Oh,
is later on today. There's the link. Zen, there's the link.
okay. Thank you, sir. That
Good
is
job.
a couple points here. And you said you want Miriam to read what's in the chat next. That's our assignment for today.
Do your thing, Miriam.
Hello, all, and good morning, all STEM majors. Answer the following questions in the attached PDF bio. You're the official Raspberry Pi beginner's guidebook that came with your kit. Review pages 36-53 for your answer. We will discuss the assignment further in class. Hope to see you there inside.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna make this easy. Usually I have you put you. Well, I do want you to get your 5 points. So I'm gonna put the link in the chat, but I want you to put your most current email address in the chat. There's an additional 10 points if you put your parents' email in the chat in case something happens. That's what I'm doing. You're able to still get a copy of this share now. So it's 5 points for your email and an additional 5 more points. I'm sorry, 10 points for a total of 15 points you can get if you have your parents' email entered as well. So take a moment to get advantage of those points. I'm going to put the link in the chat, but I still need your email addresses in the chat. Let me turn it on. So you are able to get the 15 points. Remember, you need your email and your parents' email in the chat at this moment to get the 15 points. Let me grab the link for you. And after you put your email in the chat, definitely click on the link so you can access the document. Now, once you get in the document, you need to go to File. I think you all can see my screen, but File. Waiting for File to show its options. There it goes. Okay, so File and make a copy. When you first get in the document, make your own copy. You click on File. I'm gonna say it again. If you're on a computer, it's easy. If you are on a cell phone or something that's just not really a computer, you're gonna have issues seeing this File button. I've seen this in other periods with students. This is the penalty of being in a class, academic class, on your phone. You guys are adults. We can't use phones. All right, I got Eli's email address. He got 5. If you have your parents, that's 10 more points. Miriam, what about your email address for 5 points? And again, if you have your parents' email address, you could type in there too. That's an additional 10 points you could take advantage of. So I'm waiting to see who else wants to get those points before I turn the chat off. Okay, Miriam, all right. Do either of you have your parents' email address? That's 10 points. We'll leave the chat open so you all can get that information. Now, when I see it, I'll add the 10 to the score you got so far in class. Now, here we are. If you clicked on the link at 1:44 p.m., you should be able to jump in. I see somebody's in here. You should be able to jump in there. The first thing, again, you do is not type anything. Once you're in the document, go to File and come down to Make a Copy. Okay. I got to repeat what I said because Miss Smith just arrived. Let me mark her present. There we go. And Miss Smith, I was just telling the students, basically, if you put your email address and your parents' email address in the chat, you can get up to 15 points. You have to type that in there. And then the link you need to get to today's document is this one. You can put this link back in there. Again, once you get in the document, you have to make your own copy. Go to File, click on Make a Copy. Okay. Okay, Eli, you got your 10 points. I'm waiting on Miriam to get her 10 points and Michaela to get hers, which is your email address, Michaela, and your parents' email address. That's 15 points.
I think I just earned like 80 points. 75.
You got close to 85.
From
No, I got you marked. You got 85 points so far. Because you just did your parent. That jumped you from 75 to 85, sir. Need you to work on your math skills. You're cheating yourself out of points. And I'll add that tonight. 85 points for Curtis. Miss Hernandez got 5. I don't see your parents' email address, Miss Hernandez. Try to write this down. Everybody should be clicking on the link to get in the document. But remember, to get the 15 points for your in-class score, you need your parents' email address and yours in the chat before we leave class. All right? You're always talking about there's not enough points, not enough ways to pass. That's a lie. Talk to your parent, ask them what the email address is, put that in there as 10 points, and then put your email address in there as 5 points. All right? So Hernandez got 5 plus what she read. So Miriam, you're currently at 45 points. All right. Oh, Miriam, is that your parents? Because that's 10 if that is. Okay. I got to write down instead. Miriam, can you hear me or no?
Yes, that's my mom's.
Okay. And that's 15 for her now. So that takes you from 45 to 550. 60 points. Pretty good so far, Miriam. All right, and then Ms. Smith, you just need your parents' email address so I can give you an additional 10. I see you got your 5. Smith M. I don't know his. You're gonna need to ask him, hopefully for class is over, or put it in Edsby when you figure it out. But that's 10 points hanging out there. Either way, if I don't get it from you, I'm gonna just call and find out from the parent. But this is a way to get points for it. All right, so look, everybody should have gotten into this document from clicking on the link and go to File, come down to Make Copy. Do not change my document. I keep saying this to students. Once you get in there from clicking on that link, go to File, Make a Copy. Okay, this right here. Once you do that, you have your own copy that you can use for the quiz on Friday. I have to remind everybody that March 12th, progress reports are going out. So whatever you did from the start of the quarter, February 8th to now, is the grades you will get. And whatever you see in ESB, if you didn't fix it before that day, which is Friday coming up, that's what the parents will see. So if you want to improve, you have between now and Friday to make a good impression. All right. Now, let's jump into today's assignment. You have to fill out the basics, right? Once you make your copy, you need to put your full name, date. The course title is Intro to Engineering with Robotics. It goes right here in the parentheses. All right. This is like really just 10 points of your score for this assignment. Make sure you fill that part out in your copy that you made a copy of, right? Date, don't forget, that's something simple, right? Period number is 4th. That's what you would change this little pound symbol with in your document. And then exit slip. Let's revisit our objective for today. So today's objective, I'm gonna have a student read it. Rush, why don't you choose? What is it? Ms. Smith hasn't read it. I think. Ms. Smith, does your microphone work?
Yeah, classroom term of the day is wizard. Word of the day. What is that?
Dominion.
Word of the day, Dominion. Students will be able to utilize the official Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete Chapter 3 Literacy Assignment, page 36, via the Raspberry Pi 400 Academic Kit.
All right, very good. She got her 20 points. I got to add that to her overall score. All right, so Ms. Smith, you got 5. You said you don't know the parent's email address, so plus 20, that's 25 points so far. And let's see here. What do we got? We got Mr. Miller has just arrived to class. Let me do attendance real quick. So everybody type those 2 words into your copy of your document, because that is 25 points towards your overall score on this assignment today. It's easy points right there, right? Make a copy again of your document. Let me mark Miller present. Okay, he's saved. Now, Mr. Miller, here is opportunity for 15 points. Like I said to all the students, you need to put your email address in the chat and your parents' email address in the chat, and that's 15 points. Do you hear me or no?
You say my email and my parents' email?
Yes, sir. 15 points. So go ahead and type that in the chat real quick, the most correct versions. If you don't know it, you might want to ask your parent what it is so you can get 10 points. You need both to get the 15 points, your email address and your parents. And then while you're doing that, I'm going to put this link in here again, which is going to allow you to get into today's document. Click on the link. And I see yours. You got your 5 points, but you need your parents to get 10 more points. So that's the link you're going to click on, Mr. Miller, to get in the document. When you get in the document, go to File, make a copy. Everybody else, I'm about to change screens to show them. Did everybody get these words to put in their document? Because you need the definitions of those words to get the exit slip correct. Okay, so I got to give Miller 5 points. I got his email address. Make a copy of the document when you get in the document, everybody. Do not change my document. Miller, 5 points. Okay. All right, we're at a point where I gotta show him. So again, I hope you got these 2 words, everybody. The classroom term today. I'm not typing it in for you. You have to type it because this is me making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. And again, when you get in the document, you go over. If you're on a computer, if you're on your phone, I'm not having any sympathy for you because I told you this for 3 weeks. Stop coming to my class on your phone. You can't come to work and say, for instance, you're a plumber and you don't have no tools and you can't fix nothing. So stop coming to my class that way because you're going to be thoroughly disappointed because I'm not going to have any sympathy. I'm going to be like, you're an adult, right? So come to class like you're ready to pass. And come to class without your equipment is going to be a problem for you, not me. So look, click on the link, get in your document, go to File, come down to Make Copy. Okay. Once you do that, fill out the basics, your name, date, period number, and course title. The name of this class is called Intro to Engineering with Robotics. That's what you type in these parentheses here, course title. And then I told you already what the word of the day and the classroom term of the day was. You type those in with their definitions. You got to look at the definitions on Google and tell me what those words mean, all right, in definition form. Next, pay attention as you do this assignment on this red text here. It says questions. Be sure to provide full answers, 2 sentences or more for each response. So if you give me a crappy answer for any of these questions, I am going to take off points. I'm sorry. I am a parent of a 16-year-old. I ain't got no time to play with nobody's children at all. So just do what you got to do and you're going to have a great progress report. Now, the answers come from this book. There's 2 50-point opportunities to read at least 2 pages of this book. Now, the 50 points comes twice. So that's 100 points somebody can earn if they read all 4 pages. But let's start with the first 2 pages that someone needs to read. And I'm going to let Mr. Rush choose who should read, just to be fair. You need your book, everybody. A lot of students are coming ill-prepared to class. I don't got my kit. I don't got my book. Okay, well, that means today you might want to log out. I'm going to call your parent and find out why you don't have what you need to be successful in class.
So the question, Mr. Tyler, is who, before I even could call on anybody, who has their book? Who? Can somebody tell me?
Very good, Mr. Rush.
Determine who to call on.
So can y'all answer Mr. Rush's question? Ms. Smith, I got your, I think it's your parents, right? So I can add your 10. But somebody answer Mr. Rush's question, and I'm going to say that's for 5 points.
What do you say?
I said who got their book so that I can know who to call on because it'd be pointless calling out names and then, you know, they don't got the book. You got the book?
I got my book.
All right, cool. All right, so good. You read, because you the only volunteer for that.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Where
One
am I
moment.
reading at?
I want you to start with 45, not 40. I said 50, right? So let me start here because I want you to get all your points. So I want you to start on page 48, Miss Smith, and read to 49, ending at tool at the bottom of 49. So you're going to start where it says save your work on page 48. Do you see that?
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So start there and go to what?
So you'll stop at page 49 for tool, and this is for 55 points because there's a lot to read.
All right. Save your work. Get in the habit of saving your work even if you haven't finished it yet. It will save you a lot of trouble if there's a power cut and you're interrupted partway through. The office writer is only part of the overall LibreOffice productivity suite. The other parts, which you'll find in the same office menu category as LibreOffice writer, are LibreOffice Base, a database, a tool for storing information, looking it up quickly, and analyzing it. LibreOffice Calc, a spreadsheet, a tool for handling numbers and creating charts and graphs. LibreOffice Draw, an illustration program, a tool for creating pictures and diagrams. LibreOffice Impress, a presentation program for creating slides and running slideshows. LibreOffice Math, a formula editor, a tool for creating property formatted mathematical formulae, which can then be used in other documents. LibreOffice is also available for other computers and operating systems. If you enjoy using it on your Raspberry Pi, you can download it for free from LibreOffice.org and install it on any Microsoft Windows, Apple Mac OS, or Linux computer. If you want to know more about using LibreOffice, click on the Help menu. Otherwise, close LibreOffice Writer by clicking the Close button at the top right of the window. Getting help. Most programs include a Help menu, which has everything from information about what the program is to guides on how to use it. If you ever feel lost or overwhelmed by programs, look for the Help menu to reorient yourself. The recommended software tool. Although Raspberry Pi OS comes preloaded with a wide range of software, it is compatible with even more. A selection of the best of its software can be found in the recommended software tool. Note that the recommended software tool needs a connection to the internet if your Raspberry Pi is connected. Click on the Raspberry Pi. Click on the Raspberry menu icon. Move your mouse pointer to Preferences and click on Recommended Software. The tool will load, then begin downloading information about available software. After a few seconds, a list of compatible software packages will appear, Figure 3 through 19. These, like the software in the Raspberry menu, are arranged into various categories. Click on the category in the pane on the left to see software from the category, or click All Programs to see everything. If a piece of software has a tick next to it, it's already installed on your Raspberry Pi. If it doesn't, you can click on the checkbox next to it and add a tick mark. And add a tick and mark it for installation. You can mark as many pieces of software as you like before installing them all at once. But if you're using a smaller than recommended micro SD card, you may not have room for them all. You can also uninstall software in the same way. Find a piece of software which already has a tick in this checkbox, then click on the tick to remove it. If you made a mistake to change your mind, just click again to put the tick back. When you're happy with your software selection, click the OK button to begin the installation or installation process. Figure 3 through 20 overview. After downloading and installing any new software you've chosen, a dialog box will appear. Click OK to close the recommended software tool.
So that is 55 points for Miss Smith. Now it's time to do subtraction of points because I see a bunch of cameras off and I can't tell who's in class. Miss Smith, that doesn't mean you, but I'm looking at Miss Hernandez, Miller, and Curtis. Need you to turn your cameras on before I have to subtract at least 5 points for lack of participation. I hate to say it that way, but this is a CPS policy. I tell you guys, we have to know which students are in class, and if your camera's off,
I'm in class.
no, but your camera's off, so I got to subtract 5 points, sir. What is that, Miller? So if you don't turn on in the next 2 minutes, the 5 points you got earlier, you're going to lose. Now, okay, I see Hernandez. She's good. I don't see Miller, and I don't see Curtis. Are your cameras working? And you can see on my screen, I'm sharing, this is for the benefit of your parents, staff, who's actually not complying or saying, no, I'm not showing my screen. So we can address that. So Miller and Curtis, are y'all there?
I'm on my phone. That's why.
Yeah, but your phone still can show your camera. This has been an argument that students have used since February 8th. I'm sorry, guys, I can't hear that. So I just go ahead and subtract 5 points, right? Your phone has a camera feature, everybody. Please stop with those excuses.
I ain't gonna lie. You gonna do that to me, Mr. Tyler?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like people telling me what y'all not doing, and I gotta, take the heat for it. So I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna lie either. I like my money. I'm not gonna let you mess with it. So either you turn your camera on in another minute, everybody, or I'm gonna do some subtractions, and we're gonna move on to the next part of our lesson. So I got Hernandez is straight. Eli, I don't want you to be mad at me, but I gotta take some points off because we gotta move on.
I just tried to take mine off. Turn mine on.
Then I'm gonna have to contact your parent in Irvin, and they're gonna have to help your technology issue. Okay, this is why you shouldn't come to my class on the phone.
Yeah, I'm
not gonna lie.
I'm finna get on the computer right now.
You need to do something because you can get your 5 points back. You just lost them. So I'm gonna take 5 points off of Eli. Huh? Eli, you're down to 80 points now, just in case you wanted to know. So -5. You guys got to stop doing this. Come to class prepared. And whenever you get logged in again, you can get your 5 points back that you lost, Mr. Miller. All right, so let's continue on. You're right. I can't force you to turn your camera on, but I can take away points that you earned because you didn't do it. I did find that out from the principal. All right, now let's keep going. Everybody should be in this document, right? Did everybody make a copy of this document? You go to File and make a copy, right? So you should have filled all these things out because I'm gonna have another 50 to 55 point opportunity for someone to read. And one of the things that Ms. Smith just read is one of your answers to your questions in that assessment. This is a literacy assessment to make sure you can read and comprehend or understand what you're reading. If not, we got to work on that because you guys have what is called SAT preparation. That is a test you need to get a good grade or a good score on to get out of Excel Academy of Southwest. And if you cannot read this book and give the correct answers, you're gonna have a problem on that test as well, everybody. Okay, so I need you to take this serious because I'm looking at this. Mr. Funes, a few of the other teachers that are helping with post-secondary endeavors are trying to get you guys ready for your next steps after high school, because high school is not forever. So if you're having trouble with just reading and providing answers, you're gonna have problems on the SAT preparation tests. Okay, and that also goes for ASVAB, that's military, or just if you go to a job and they want you to read a book and answer the questions to see if you should get paid $20 an hour. This is what's happening here. So take this serious. Now I'm gonna scroll down, and I think to help you guys out, Miss Smith read, let's see, what did she read? She read about, where's my book at? I'll show you where that answer is so you can try to understand. I don't know how y'all reading something for nothing. So she read 48 to 49. That's pretty much the answer to to problem number 8, 9, 10. So I helped you out with like at least 4 or 5 questions. And she just read it to y'all. Let's go to another question, and it's worth 55 points for someone to read it. So I'm gonna go to question 12 to help you all out. So we starting on page 50. Who would like to get points for page 50? Mr. Miller left. Okay. If you don't come back in like 2 to 3 minutes, Rush, can you follow up with Mr. Miller? I don't know if that's an internet issue or whatever. So let's go around the room. Rush, can you choose a student to read from page 50 to 51? And I'll tell them what to read. Just choose a student. Rush, you there? All right. Let me choose a student instead. So Miriam, how are you doing? Are you ready to read something? You got your book?
I got
Miriam, you said yes, Miriam, or no?
yes.
Okay. Can you go to page where did I say? 50? You on page 50?
Yes, I'm on page 50.
Awesome, awesome, Miss Hernandez. All right. So what I want you to do is you see where it says an additional.
Yes.
I want you to
That's
start on there. Oh, hey Rush, what's going on?
you asked me to choose somebody.
Huh? Oh, Miriam already stepped up, so it's okay.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
All right. So Miriam, I want you to reach from additional tool all the way over to in that blue box, end at so don't do it.
So basically, the 2 pages.
Yes, ma'am. That's 55 points.
Okay. An additional tool for installing software. The add remove software tool can be found in the same preference category of the Raspberry Pi OS menu. This offers a wider selection of software, but which has not been. What does that say? I don't know how to say that word.
Which way are you looking at?
The the last.
So this offers a wide selection,
Nah, the it starts with the B.
but you said but
Has not been
oh vetted
vetted by the Raspberry Pi Foundation. Raspberry Pi. Uh, the last.
configuration.
Uh-huh. I'm confused. Raspberry Pi configuration tool. The last program you'll learn about this chapter is known as the Raspberry Pi configuration tool and is a lot like the welcome wizard you use at the start. It allows you to change various settings in Raspberry Pi OS. Click on the Raspberry icon, move your mouse pointer to select the preference category. Then click on Raspberry Pi configuration to load it. Figure 3 to 21. The,
Okay, the tool.
the tool is split into 5 tabs. The first of this is system. This allows you to change the password of your account and set a host name. The name Raspberry Pi uses on your local wireless or wire network and alter a range of the other settings. The major of this though shouldn't need changing. Click on the display tab to bring out the next category. Here you can alter the screen display settings if needed to suit your TV or monitor. More details. This brief overview and templates to get you used to the tool. More detailed information on each of its settings can be found in Appendix E, the Raspberry Pi configuration tool. The interface tab offers the range of settings, all of which starts off disabled. These settings shall only be changed if you're adding new hardware, such as the Raspberry Pi camera do, and then
Module.
and then only if instructed by the hardware's manufacturer. The specification to this rule are SSH, which enables a secure shell. Unless you log in into Raspberry Pi from another computer and let you see and control the Raspberry Pi OS desktop from another computer on your network using a BNC client, and remote GPIO,
GPIO.
which lets you use Raspberry Pi to Pi pins, about which you will learn more in Chapter 6, Physical Computing with Scratch and Python, from another computer on your network. Click on the Performance tab to see the four categories. Here you can set the amount of memory used by Raspberry Pi graphics, process you need, GPU, and for some models increase the performance of Raspberry Pi through a process known as overclocking. As before, though, it's best to leave the settings alone unless you know you need to change them. Finally, click on the
Localization.
localization tab to see the last category. Here you can change your
Locale.
lo- locale, which control things like the language used in Raspberry Pi OS and how numbers are displayed. Change the time zone, change the keyboard layout, and say your country for Wi-Fi purpose. For now, though, just click on cancel to close the tool without making any changes.
Almost
Warning:
done. There you go.
different countries have different rules about what frequency on a Wi-Fi radio can use. Settings the Wi-Fi country in the Raspberry Pi configuration tool to a different country for the one you're actually is in likely to may struggle to connect to your networks and can even be illegal under radio license laws, so don't do it.
Thank you. Just like I said with y'all, don't cut corners. Don't try to finesse me. Don't do it. Right. So set up your email, not your email, your Wi-Fi networks correctly. You don't necessarily need it 100%. Miriam, you got 55 points for that awesome reading. Now, look, I want to give you guys 10 minutes to work on this. You need to at least have 5 questions completed. I gave you 2 answers basically from the 2 students that read. That was Miss Smith and Miss Hernandez. But honestly, you need to try to finish 5 of these questions. You need 5. And we're going to do share outs. I'm going to show you how to share out. That's in 10 minutes. I'm going to put up here the word of the day and term of the day. Somebody could read it for at least 20 points. Rush, are you there? Because I wanted you to choose a student to read this.
Welcome to Intro to
Oh,
Engineering.
great, Eli.
Welcome to Intro. Welcome to Intro to Engineering with Robotics. Agenda. Today's objective. Student will be able to utilize the official Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete Chapter 3 Literacy Assignment, page 36, via for that Raspberry Pi 400 Academy kit. Classroom term of the day is Wizard. Word of the day is Dominion.
Thank you, sir. 20 points. So you lost 5 and you gained 20. Okay. I need
I
to work on
lost
those
5.
cameras. Yeah, I told you. You lost 5 because you didn't turn your camera on. I told you that is 20 minutes ago. For the Lord.
I stepped away.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I appreciate your honesty, but you got 20 points back and you lost 5. So you got 85 points and now you're at 90 points. You're almost at 1 due now. All because of cameras. All right, so I'm gonna check again. Anybody want to show their camera to reclaim their 5 points that made a loss? That's Miller and Curtis for my notes. If your camera's working, turn it on. Oh, there he is. All right, you got it back. You're at now 95 points. Miller, what's going on with you? You got your microphone on.
Don't you put these points in for like assignments?
It's gonna be a do now. It's 100 points that makes up 1 do now, sir.
But what if I ain't missing no do nows?
You save it for later. Actually, the quarter's not over with. And this is recorded. So you could always claim that 95 points you got just now for another do now that you said, I don't want to do it. Try to help y'all.
So I got a question. Like
Miller's camera's on. He got his 5 points back. Okay. Now, what was your question, Eli?
so these points don't just go in for like other assignments that, like you said, like remember that time when you showed me my grade the other day? You was like, remember that 50 points you earned? I put that in for the assignment. Remember
Right.
that? Right. So like these points will go for like other assignments.
That's what it does. It goes for other assignments. Like if you have enough points across the board, they go to another assignment. in the future, or if you haven't done something. That makes sense or no?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Miller, you got your camera on. You got your 5 points back. I do want to have you guys read something before I start the 10-minute clock, and it's about Let's Code. You participating tonight and tomorrow, and any other week we do Let's Code is 2 days that you participate, and you got to participate with Miss Lane. You got to do what she's asking you to do on your computer, and it's online activities. You don't need your kid for what she's doing. But honestly, if you participate with her for those 2 days, you get a quiz score that's restored. If you already got a good a number of quiz scores in the system, you basically can save that as a get out of a quiz free card. Meaning you didn't do the quiz, say Friday coming up, and you participated tonight and tomorrow. You can say, "Hey Tyler, I was with Miss Lane." I'll call Miss Lane, and she'll be like, oh, "Okay, they participated Wednesday and Thursday. I'll go back and give you 100% for the quiz if she can confirm that you did participate. You did what you're supposed to do." That is today at 4 p.m. So I'm gonna have somebody read this for 15 points. Let me grab it. Don't forget, word of the day in classroom term today is wizard and dominion. Make sure you have the definition so you can get that 25 points of your overall assignment score. Exit slip is not optional every day. It lets me know if you was paying attention or if you actually did what you're supposed to, or you were listening. So let me come over here to Esby and come to Townhouse, and this is for at least, like I said, 15 points for someone to read it. And put it in the chat real quick. All right, so I'm going to lean on Mr. Rush. You choose a student that you think is worthy to get these 15 points.
The townhouse?
It says Townhouse, yeah. You want to read it, Eli?
Yeah.
All right.
Townhouse with GGI is mandatory for all students, life skill class. Also, there are tons of awesome opportunities that students can take advantage of. Log in today and gain some extra credit for participating. See you there. Let's Code is later on. You go to the link right there, and Zen, and go to the link.
Okay, Eli, way to go. So you got 110 points for today. So you got one due now and 10 points that goes to something else that you go like Tyler in case we got beef. Tyler, check out today's class, which is March 10th. I'll look at that and be like, okay, Eli, I can put in that due now that you missed because you got at least 100 points and 5 points or something else. Now, this is how the class works every day. So there's no excuses when y'all be in GGI saying Tyler class the hardest. No, it's not just the hardest. A lot of y'all just don't be doing what y'all supposed to be doing. And now you saw how you can fix some grades before March 12th because I'm gonna add these scores tonight. Now, it's 2:18. I wanted to give you 10 minutes to work on it, but we're about to be. We got at 2. We got to here 2:30, so I got time. So I give you 10 minutes. No, not 10 minutes because it's gonna be 2:28 and it's gonna be too late. So I'm gonna give you about 6 more minutes to get 5 questions done. You got to use your book. The answers to this assessment are between pages, what was it, 36 to 53? Let me look up here. Yeah, 36 to 53. That's where you find all the answers. Miss Smith, Miss Hernandez, they kind of read to you 2 of the answers on this 14 question assessment. So take your time. I'm gonna put on the clock at least 7 minutes because I want to give you some time to do it. That's 2:19. I'll bring me too much. So 5 minutes. I'm gonna show you how to share your document before we leave class. Okay. You should be able to share out with me at least the copy document, your name filled out, your exit slip done, at least 5 questions completed using your book. All right. Where's my clock at? There it goes. Come here. I use that a lot because I play Mortal Kombat. Get over here. All right. I'm going to leave the word and classroom term of the day up here. Don't forget to get that easy 25 points of your score doing an exit slip. What is the definition of wizard? I'm talking about in terms of the book. Don't give me no stupid Google answer. And dominion. That's a Google answer. You can type in dominion and get the definition of it. Okay? Should have the basics, the easy stuff filled out. And I think question 13 or 14 is pretty much the same answer to the exit slip. Easy points, y'all. I mean, come on.
How many I gotta put for number 2?
When you say how many you got to put for number two, what do you mean, Ms. Smith?
It's a without some keyboard shortcuts. How many do I put?
How many keyboard shortcuts do you think? Anything that says control is a shortcut, right? So control what and control what and control. You know what I mean? That's the best clue I can give you. Are you on the page? You muted yourself. Is that a
You
yes?
said, am I what?
So I'll give you a clue. It says control what? There's three controls, right?
Okay. Yep.
You say yes, no, maybe. What happened?
I don't know, cause I'm looking at something else. Everything's in the book, right?
Yes, it is. In between those pages.
Okay.
So look for something that says CRTL and how many shortcuts are there listed? I'll give you a clue. Start on page 44. Okay. Okay, so I was trying to wait for the screen and the microphone to turn on. We're at the point where it's for share outs, and we're doing share outs a little differently because we only got 5 minutes of class, and I want to make sure you understand what you got to do. You're going to download, right? You should see my screen. I see Miriam's camera still on. Miller, thank you for complying. Eli, keeping you on. Michaela, you're going to need to turn yours on eventually, just for a moment. And I don't have to subtract 5 points from your overall score of participation points. But when you do it, while you're working on that, what I want everybody to do is to understand you're going to share out by using the share button. And this is recording. It just shows on this recording which students had their cameras on and off because I review these daily. And videos will be posted of class by 4 p.m. So if you want to show your parent what you've been doing, you can always go to your SB library. The video will be there, right? But let me come out of this. Again, Wizard was your classroom term of the day. You need a definition in terms of the book for Wizard. Do not give me a wizard is a dark magician on Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to give you a flat 0 for that part, right? No. What is a book talking about? What is a wizard? The other part is dominion. What is the definition of dominion? That's your exit slip, and it's one of the questions in that list. So make sure you have the definitions. And come out of this. And let's see here. We got, what did I want to cover? How to turn it in. You have till 8 p.m. to finish this assignment, everybody. Okay, 8 p.m. That's to get maximum credit. In all periods, students are getting stuff confused. Yes, you got until March 12th to turn it in, but you only will get 80% credit if it's turned in late. So that hurts the overall score because you decided to not turn it in on time. I have to teach you guys time management because when I write recommendation letters or I want to get you a job, I have to make sure you can actually follow rules. And if you can't, I can't put my name on your recommendation. That just means you just don't like following rules. I'm not going to get myself in trouble because you don't like to follow rules, right? So look, to turn it in, once all questions are done, exit slip, name, everything, you're going to go over here to what is called File, Download, and you're going to make it a PDF. Okay? This is like working at a company. If you can't send a document correctly, or if you come to work without the proper tools, they will fire you. And then you're going to be going home to your parent talking about, they fired me. Well, what happened? You're not going to tell them, oh, I came to work ill prepared. You're not going to do that, but you'll be fired. You won't be getting a check. So please do what I'm telling you to do, because I'm really helping you. I'm not hurting you. And, you know, it is what it is. So you go to PDF. Once you do that, you're going to go in EDSB. Once you're in EDSB, go to today's assignment. A lot of people doing this wrong. They're sending me emails. They're sending me, I don't know. You won't get credit for that. And if you do get credit for it, it won't show up till later on, right? So if you want your grades to be accurate, do what I tell you to do accurately. And that means going to this assignment, the official Raspberry Pi in EDSB, clicking on it, find it in your My Class section, because we're almost out of time, or you could find it in the browse in your timeline. But find this particular assignment for today. You look here, it is due by 8 p.m. I'm not lying. All my assignments are the same way. I give y'all a heck of a lot of time to do your work. So when you don't do it, I hold you accountable, right? I'm a parent too. I don't play. So with that said, turn it in here so I can see it on time. If you don't, it will be marked yellow. If it's marked yellow, I automatically subtract 20% off of the overall 100%. I want that to be clear to everyone. There's a penalty for doing things late. So look, download the PDF, click on this icon here, browse your computer. You're going to find your PDF download, put it in there. Once you do that, hit submit. You're done. And if you do it before 8 p.m. and you got all the questions answered, you'll be okay. All right. So I want you to have a great evening. Finish all your work, hopefully before 8 p.m. Turn it in. And before you leave class, don't forget to share your in-class portion, which means you shared your document too. So I can give you a few points. Your in-class portion is worth 50 points. So if you forget to do that, you lost 50 points of your score. This is your in-class portion. How do you do that, Mr. Tyler? You come up here to this button here in your shared document, click on share, the share button, put my email address in. I'll put my email address in the chat for you guys. It's mtyler@camelotforkids.org. Now, in order to get this 50 points that will help your score out, you have to do it before 8 p.m. or I won't count it. So two things, your PDF once you finish, and also, right, this shared part. Watch the video if you forget how to do this. So click on this button here, and you're going to type in the email address I put in the chat now and share your document out to me. So camelotforkids.org. Okay, there it is. So do that now before you forget. Class is over with. But look, don't forget your 50 points. I don't care if you're not done with it, but you better share this now so you can get your 50 points. Just click on the share button, put my email address in there and hit done. It should send it to me. And I'm going to be checking my emails while I'm making phone calls to see if you can get your 50 points or not. Everybody did pretty good today. Enjoy your evenings, finish your work, and I'll see you in class tomorrow. It's 2:31. Y'all are free to go.
That nigga's a hoe. He's a fucking hoe.
What did you say, Mr. Miller? What happened? Oh. Don't forget, Let's Code is tonight at 4 p.m. if you want to try to recover a quiz score.